Hello, all, and welcome to it's definitely not a fan band podcast, but it's
Okay.
it's me, it's Brendan, and
Apparently, Amanda, who's not a part of the fan band.
you're not. You'll
Oh
never be.
shit!
Stop trying. All right. The
No.
harder you try, the the more you will not be part of it.
That's so mean. I was
I
in like one or two other episodes.
listen. All right. This is a very exclusive club. It's like the VIP club at the VIP club at the VIP.
Well, you think that the other fan band members would have wanted to be in the
Yeah,
VIP
you would think when it's.
of the VIP club,
Well,
but guess who's here now? Me.
Amanda's here. That's a perfect segue into what's been going on with the channel. As some of you may have noticed, we have not uploaded something since Will and I did our um, Star Wars tier list. That was on May the 4th. So that was almost about 3 months ago. So Kayla has asked to step down and wishes to take a extended sabbatical. Not sure if she'll be coming back as a guest or not, but ball's in her court. And Will has been a very busy man, but he is still looking to make episodes. So he is in Los Angeles at the moment. So when he gets back, maybe we can start working on some other stuff. And I have other people who want to join in on the cast
The
as well,
female now.
like Amanda, who has a different podcast and is a pro at this. Unlike the original three of us who have no idea what the fuck we're doing.
Well, I don't really do much.
You do more than us.
That's true. We do weekly.
You're a caffeinated librarian.
I am a caffeinated librarian. Unfortunately, our episode we are canceling this week due to some problems. But next week, I go around and I make games too. So
You quit playing games with my heart.
no,
Quit playing. My girlfriend went to a Backstreet Boys concert last night.
lucky.
Is she lucky though?
I think she's lucky. I would die.
Would you? That's
I
adorable.
would love to go to stuff like that. I'd go hardcore for that.
Yeah, I think Casey messaged her saying he was jealous. Not that I don't know, man. They had a extra ticket, and I was like, "No, you girls have fun." I grew up in the '90s. Backstreet Boys had some bangers, larger than life. Look, one day I want to do this with Will. I want to go through our gym playlist and laugh the cringiest songs. I have larger than life on my gym playlist because it's just a good song. It gets you hyped. I don't know.
Have you seen that? What is it? There's a commercial that's been going around like YouTube and on TV where it's like the new Google Home Assistant, where it's like Addison Ray.
Yeah, and she
It's
starts
like
playing Backstreet Boys,
it kind of triggered me.
and
I'm
everyone's
not
on
gonna
their phone,
lie.
but it's sort of well, that's kind of your fucking fault. You're the hostess clearly, and they're
No,
all
what triggered me, what triggered me was she's like, "Hey Google, play that song." That goes, I'm like, "You don't know the name of that song?
you know damn well the
You
name of
don't
the
even
song.
know who the band is?" I'm
Fucking
like, I'm like,
kids.
I'm like, I feel. Am I that old now? Is
Yeah.
this what
Oh
it
no, we're
feels
definitely old.
like? I don't know.
Well, you know what? Props off to the Backstreet Boys because they had the idea to fucking do that. They were like, I'm gonna that. I don't really understand why more people don't do that.
What?
If NSYNC wanted to make millions of dollars, they should just fucking reform.
They
Yeah.
would, but I think too many of their members either just get Justin Timberlake. It's kind of like trying to bring TLC back. They tried,
Did
and
they?
it just did not. They went on a reunion
Well,
tour.
then again, didn't the Spice Girls also have a reunion recently?
Yes.
And how did that go?
I didn't even hear anything about it.
Yeah, I guess not well. I think that was very, I don't know, it was very in its time type of thing.
And that's for like TLC, and then it was like, but was it really good with Beyonce
Yeah,
back? She's such a like.
and Beyonce was not in TLC. You're thinking of Destiny's Child, my
Sorry,
friend.
Destiny's Child. My bad, my bad. You can hate me for that one, whatever. But yeah, Destiny's Child, like they tried to come back, and I don't think it was
It
necessarily
didn't
all.
go well. Well, that's the problem. Is that would be also the issue with NSYNC is Justin Timberlake
Justin
is
Timberlake.
at just a different level than the rest of them, and for a
He-
while you could have said the same thing about Nick Carter and the Backstreet Boys, but now it's not the case. So it's gosh, remember Aaron
yeah,
Carter?
I remember. I remember. I had his first album.
Oh yeah,
I
did
bought
that have
that.
Boom Slam Shack or something, whatever it's called?
I think so, but I think I mainly bought it for like what was I Want. I remember when he did his version of I Want Candy, and for some reason,
Really? And we
I
didn't
remember
listen
that.
to that?
Oh, I so listened to it. I had the
Man,
album.
we
That's
should
what
have
I
had that
bought.
as the intro to this fucking episode. Oh gosh.
Nick Carter. I didn't realize that they were like, oh my god, his brother's in like NSYNC. You're like, what?
He's not an NSYNC.
And now Aaron Carter is like,
He's like a crack addict.
he's a rapper.
All I know is that Hulk Hogan threw him out of the house because he hit on Brooke Hogan and like basically met Brooke Hogan out and like went home with her, and then Hulk Hogan was just like, "Who is this dude?" And Aaron Carter was
And
like,
now
"You know
he's
who I
got,
am?" And like apparently like threw money at him. So like Hulk Hogan grabbed him by like the back of his neck and threw him out. Which like I could actually picture that, but I don't know if it's actually true. I remember he said it.
well, he's got like face tattoos now. He's like an actual like rap artist now.
That's always a losing proposition. I have tattoos. I'm all for tattoos. Do not get them on the top of your neck or your face. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Like maybe neck could look good, but just not on the face. You don't want them on the face. Like it's just I'm sorry, it just does not look good. I can't think of anybody with face tattoos that look good. Post Malone does not look good. He's great. I love his music. He looks like a dude you would see outside 7-Eleven at like 3 in the morning.
Malone could sing to me on the phone and I'd faint.
What?
Post Malone could sing to me on the phone and
the dude could sing. Dude's got a voice.
I feel like there are good face tattoos. I don't think you see many of them. Like Aaron Carter's is like flames going up his neck and to his face. And it looks like
he's on fire.
Well, it depends because he was bald and he had it. And then I think I really don't know how to describe them. It's just you'd have to like look them up, but he's got the word like love under his. I don't like the under eye tattoos.
Right.
I don't think he's ever come out as good. That's just a personal opinion. I don't mind side tattoos, but with his hair, it's hard to even see the tattoos there. So
I don't know. It's just so. I mean, if you're rich as hell and you don't have to worry about that shit, then I get it. But I try to imagine in my life like going to a job interview with like a tattoos on my face, or and they would just be like, "We'll call you." You know what I mean? And look, let's be fair. That's not a reasonable thing. Like, you know what I mean? It's not. Someone could be the nicest person in the world and have face tattoos. It's not indicative of like the way they are. It's just. It's a prejudice that does exist, and it does sort of exist for a reason. But I'm just saying, like, and on top of which, like I previously said, I just don't think they look good. I don't think you can pull them off well. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. True.
Speaking of Kayla, did you see her latest tattoo?
No.
I don't know. She might get mad at me if I share it for the world to see, but
share it.
I'll say it's Lord of the Rings themed. I know. I figured you would like that.
I'm gonna text her right now.
Text her right now and have her send you a picture.
Where is it? Is it like?
I think it's on the back of her. It's on the back of her arm.
Aww. Kayla's been really weird. You know that there's this thing on Instagram that's been going around. This Not Gonna Lie app. The NGL app where you could ask questions.
Oh yeah. And she's been. You think she's been being weird? Did you say?
She's so funny about it. She's been like, "Do you want to see my feet?"
Oh, that's all she asked. That's literally. Clearly, you haven't watched much for a podcast because that's like 30% of the episodes about her fucking toes.
I'm just like, do you want to see my toes?
Do you want to see my toes?
I'm like, if you want to see my toes, I'm like, I don't have pretty toes.
Do you remember Formspring, or are you too young for that?
Formspring?
Yeah, that's basically what Formspring was. It was just people saying anonymous stuff. And
I don't remember Formspring, no, because it took me a while to actually, like, I don't think I ever had that, no. If it came out a long time ago, like during high school, I probably didn't have it. My mom was one of those people who was like, well, if you're going to do social media, you can only have MySpace or Facebook. You have to pick one of them.
Oh my God, do you remember MySpace?
My dumb ass picked MySpace.
that was the one you... I mean, well, how we're talking about like high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, high school. That was still a thing. I remember that being a thing into college, and then it really
I was
disappeared.
at like the tail end of it. I had like a very weeby profile with
Oh, sure you
like I
did.
like
We were talking
the
last night. We were talking about Rachel. Did you see what Rachel posted to her story?
no.
She posted the girl who has like the
On
hair
what
and it says
Snapchat?
RAR, like ARAWR.
She sends me stuff like that, and I think it's cute sometimes.
But no, well, it's the kind of girls I crushed on in high school, and that's the sad state of affairs. 2000s were wild, man.
And emo girls.
Emo girls, emo boys.
I
I
wanted
used to
the
wear the
hair.
fingerless gloves. I wore the fingerless gloves before it was cool.
I really wanted to like do a lot with my ears. Like I really wanted like gauges.
I still
My
wear
mom.
them. I wear them in the winter because I use it like I text my phone, and like the tips of my fingers don't really get super cold.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of useful. But anyway, sorry. What about gauges?
Oh no, like I was really into like the emo scene, but I didn't dress like it because I don't know. It's really expensive. Those clothes are really fucking expensive, and the hair is really fucking. And also, since I'm like a redhead, I don't like to like. I don't want to dye my hair fully
Right.
and lose what I have by bleaching it.
Mm-hmm.
I know it'll always grow back, but still, I didn't want to do that. But I really wanted gauges. But to be fair, I'm bad with pain, so my first two piercings were never like good.
Right.
I almost fainted on my second piercing.
Of course you did. Pussy.
It was a yeah. But I didn't want gauges, but my mom was like, no. She's like, you can have a lot of piercings, but you cannot have gauges. And I was like,
especially not down in North Carolina.
you could have them. That's where
I know. I'm just being silly.
We're all in emo. They hung out at the mall all the time.
Did they?
Hmm.
I remember the emo chicks at the mall hanging out around Hot Topic. Back when Hot Topic was like goth / emo stuff and not anime / music stuff.
The anime stuff, mainstream anime stuff.
Did you have a pair of those pants? And you know exactly what type of pants I'm talking about.
I did not have a Trip branded pants, but I had a Trip branded skirt and corset top set.
Ah.
So I did have the brand.
You did, okay.
And it's funny, when we were moving, I found it because it was one of those outfits I kept for nostalgia, and I was like, oh my God.
Oh God. Oh my God. I think I found the other day in my closet, I found one of those Cadillac seatbelt belts.
Oh God.
I was like, oh, this was me in high school. I got this out of fucking
checkerboard belts and
I think I got that at fucking FYE of all things.
Yeah, FYE, Spencer's, and Hot Topic were like emo stores.
Oh, yeah.
Or just like geeky stores that you could go to.
Spencer just has cool stuff now.
Spencer's is cool. Spencer's is not just the scandal store of the mall anymore.
Right. No, it's not. They have some really cool stuff. They like, if I didn't have a gigantic head, they have like really cool hats. They have cool stuff. I mean, if you go towards the back, yeah, they have like giant dildos and stuff.
That was the whole point. Is that it was like, as a kid.
Yeah, you go in there and you're like, T. It's a penis.
I'm gonna go into the back here.
Hey, with your friends on a Friday night.
Do you remember like a couple years back? What was it like? Maybe like 10 years ago. All of a sudden, like kids were just sucking on like those rainbow dick lollipops.
No,
and I was like, how are these kids getting these?
I don't remember that at all. If I ever saw that, I would arrest myself.
I was like, it was like a high school thing. For some reason, they were allowed to have those because those were like a Spencer item you'd get in the back.
Probably because no one noticed them. Like how much, like as a teacher, how often do you look at a kid's lollipop? Like they probably just didn't fucking notice.
In the schools, but I'd see them walking around in the mall, and I was just like, wait a minute. Back in my day,
it is like that's how you know you're getting older because you see kids. I went to Long Beach Island with my girlfriend last year, and we were out at this place, and it was first off, if you've ever been to LBI, it's like if you're not a teenager, it's a beautiful town, it's a fun town, but like at night, if you're not a teenager, like you shouldn't be out. Because you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb, and because it's like 99% teenagers,
Jesus
And
Christ.
you see girls like, it's funny, like I saw girls in like minimalist clothing, and I was just like, if I was her father, and then I just said to myself, like, did I just say that? Did I just say if I was her father? Like that's how you know you're old.
Like it sucks because, like, you know, you don't want them to, like, you know, go out looking. It's so hard when you get older because then your morals are a little bit different because you've been in the workforce, and it's like what they deem as workforce apparel.
Right.
Also, I'm corrupted by, wow, these clothes are really comfy.
Yeah, I mean that too, but I don't know. I
But
don't think.
everybody's
I feel like
like,
short booty shorts and a tank or a tube top aren't comfortable though. I mean,
it
I don't
really
know. I've never tried them on.
it really depends who you are, I guess.
It's true.
Everybody has their own comfort. Like, they made these things called, like, joggers. These pants called joggers for women recently, and oh my god, it's supposed to be kind of like at home wear,
Right.
and it's just so comfortable. They're like my favorite pants, and I never want to take them off.
But they show off your booty, is what you're saying.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Oh,
They're just
okay, gotcha.
comfortable. Like,
Oh
growing
no,
up,
I
my mom wouldn't let me wear sweatpants in public.
Really? In public?
If you were gonna go out into the public, you were gonna have to make an effort.
What about leggings?
My mom didn't believe in leggings as pants.
Oof, your mom was strict.
Yeah, it was funny because when you get into the age of like shaving too, my mom wouldn't let me wear shorts or tank tops unless I shaved those areas. So it was one of those things because it's like socially not, you know, acceptable. You don't want to see like hairy legs sticking out of your capris or your shorts or, like, you know, your arms.
It is a little gross, yes. I do agree.
Yeah, so that's how that goes. So, but now I see girls just working it, and I'm like, I wish I had. Sometimes I don't want to do it. I'm okay today.
But it's funny. Yeah, like that, my version of that is gym shorts. I will wear gym shorts anywhere, anytime, any place. Like, they're the most comfortable things. Just throw them on and you're good to go. Like, half the time, I remember I was at a wedding Friday. And the after party, we went to the hotel, we all, you know, showered, and then we got dressed and we went down to the bar for an after party. I was wearing an Under Armour shirt and gym shorts. And then one of my cousins is like, "Are you going to the gym?" I was like, "No, this is just like super comfortable for," you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I gotta work on these guns.
Yeah, right. Imagine that, like, after a wedding, just fucking buzzed as shit and like like tired of dancing, but I'm just like, I gotta go to the gym in my sandals.
It's like, stop, no.
Yeah, they're all trying to stop me. Like, you can't stop me.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Oh god, I don't know if I've told this story on. Have we told this story on the podcast? This might have been part of the story, the story section, Tales from the BAM. If it is, I apologize, but I'm going to tell it again.
Check out that episode if you haven't.
Yeah, check out that episode if you haven't. We were at Pizza and Brew in Scarsdale, three of us, me, Will, and Kayla, and we had a couple beers, and, you know, we got that level of tipsy where, you know, I mean, you know me, like, I'm really safe with driving. I would never drive if I felt like I couldn't, you know, if I was going to get a DUI, I wouldn't do it. But I was, you know, I was feeling it, you know what I mean? And one of us got the idea to go fucking work out, and I'll never know who it was, because it definitely wasn't me. It was either Kayla, it was probably Will, knowing Will, and we agreed to do it, and then we went and worked out, and the entire time I was literally holding in vomit, like, because it was just like, imagine that, like, that's the grossest feeling. Like, I'm on the treadmill, I just drank, like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, oh god. Don't drink and work out. It's the worst thing. And
that sounds like a bad time.
Will has done that. Like, we met him for lunch and he's had a beer and then he's going to the gym. I'm like, how do you do that? Like, that's so ugh. Just thinking about that.
One beer versus getting drunk.
You're right, but I mean, it's still, I don't know.
Unless you get drunk off a beer, then I mean, hey.
All right, then if you're one beer clear, as they say.
Is that what they say? Is that in fact what the kids are saying?
That's what the kids have been saying. Kids with their TMs that they can use multiple times, and That's my boomer moment. That was my first boomer moment.
Back in my day, you could
I know.
only
I swear to God, I think
never get rid of it.
I think I played Pokemon Black, and this is when I say a boomer moment. This is when I was like 21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, you can use TMs more than once. I was like, these kids are fucking spoiled.
Like, back in my day.
I can't wait to tell it. No, my kids. I swear to God, my kids. I'm gonna watch them play, and when they use their TM, I'm gonna delete it.
Oh my God. I don't think you can delete them anymore.
You can't throw them out?
You can't throw them out.
Oh no, that's not good. Well,
actually, I could be wrong about that, but I was pretty sure you couldn't. Like, they were something that was given to you as like a game item, and it was one of those things you could not get rid of. But at the same time, like, you know,
couldn't sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna have them watch Avengers: Infinity War, and then they're gonna be like, "Dad, we gotta watch the next one. Cue it up." I'm gonna be like, "We're gonna wait 1 year."
That's the worst.
They're gonna be like, "What?" I'm gonna be like, "You got to suffer."
You kids are so privileged.
Suffer the way I suffered. We're waiting 1 year. I almost made Marissa do it. I just made her wait a week, but
no.
Well, it was like our Friday movie night. But then after she was done with it, she was like, "Well, we got to watch the next one like right now." I was like, "No, we're not going to. You have to wait."
Break up.
Yeah, imagine. So I'm gonna go home and rent it.
Fuck you. I don't need this. I don't need you.
Oh man, that is actually that's good segue into. I think in the upcoming episodes, I want to do a few more tier lists.
Yeah,
I would love it if you would be part of them, and we could do.
Yes.
I talked to Casey about it. I want to do Marvel movies, which we haven't done. I want to do the original 151, the Kanto Pokemon. That one's probably going to be like a 4-parter because that's a lot.
I'm just letting everybody here know that, you know, there are other Pokemon outside the 151.
But none of them are as good.
Excuse me.
What? What would you say?
Well, right. Not within the 150 and 1.
All right. What would you say? What region has the best Pokemon? Go.
I thought that. Which one was it? Is it Unova? Was it? No, not
That's
Unova.
Black and White.
Black and White, yeah.
You like Black and White?
I thought Unova was a lot of fun.
That's you.
My least generation was actually 4th gen.
Which one was that?
That was.
Oh, dead air.
That's how much I didn't like it.
Well, let's go.
It was the Sinnoh.
Was that Ruby?
Sapphire? No, that was Pearl. Pearl.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I played Pokemon Brilliant Diamond or whatever, and I was just like,
if I like it again.
I was like, this is all right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like, because the whole thing was, I think Pokemon has evolved such a point. Like, Sword and Shield was great. I love Sword and Shield because
I thought Sword and Shield was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun. I feel like it didn't get the credit it deserved. But that's another thing I actually want to do. I want to rank the games. But should we rank the games, or I mean, I would assume ranking the generations would be the same.
Why don't we do what everybody else is doing and do Smash or Pass on Pokemon?
We could do that. That's a little fucking weird, but
with the way that they've designed certain Pokemon, it's not.
Oh man, I watched the Game Grumps one with not the Pokemon, but they did. What did they do? They did breakfast mascots. Oh man, I was
one where it's just Smash
crying.
Like pass,
they were doing.
Pass.
I think like Danny said something about he was just like, yeah, Tony Tiger's like a jock, and he wouldn't really need you. He's just like being so overly analytical. It was so funny. Oh man.
Although 4th gen did give me my Pokemon team mascot. Like, I really love putting Lopunny in the beginning of my teams when I'm playing, because when she comes out, she does like a little like sailor salute. She does like a little idol salute. She's like,
oh.
She goes, and I'm like,
I thought your favorite was Muna or whatever.
I
thought your favorite was Muna.
My favorite Pokemon is Scolipede.
Scolipede. Okay, gotcha.
Scolipede is a giant centipede horse poison bug thing, and I love that thing.
That sounds terrifying. That sounds utterly
I
terrifying.
thought it was really cool, and it's kind of weird because Ash in the series had one, and they made no merchandise except for one plushie, and I have that, and I'm really mad that they've never made anything else for it.
Didn't they? Correct me if I'm wrong. Haven't I heard that they're actually gonna end Ash's story soon, or is that just?
I don't know if that's confirmed or not. I don't like hearing rumors about shit, stuff like that, just because of the fact that like I can never tell if it's real when it comes to Pokemon rumors.
Right? Yeah, it's hard.
It's kind of like them saying that the fight between like right now they're doing this big old battle thing where they're bringing in the champions of the other regions to fight against each other.
Right.
And that's been kind of neat, but I'm not gonna lie, and I could probably get hate for this, but I don't think the Pokemon main series has good battle scenes. So when I was watching Cynthia versus what's her name from Unova?
Yeah, you're not gonna get any help from me on
Iris.
Oh, Iris. Okay, yeah, I'm familiar with Iris.
People were talking about how like epic that fight was because they're both dragon trainers, and they're one Pokemon that they're into are like, you know, you have Garchomp and you have, what was the other one? That one's name is always hard to pronounce. But they both have big, strong dragon types. And I was just like, oh, so it's who hits who first. I see how it is in both mechanics. But like, of course, Cynthia won. And everyone's like, Mommy Cynthia, yes. And I'm over here just like, I'm like, they didn't do anything.
Nothing happened.
Good there. The Pokemon did all the work. If anything, Iris was actually like, she hugged her Pokemon afterwards and she was like, you did such a good job. And I'm like, I don't feel bad about any of it.
Haxorus versus Garchomp?
Haxorus, yeah.
I just Googled it.
So.
Well, that was, isn't that what, yeah, because it was Seabold who was the water guy, the water, Elite Four guy. They showed Blastoise beating Charizard. I remember I sent that to the group. I was like, I'm watching this on repeat. That was really cool to watch.
That was cool.
And I think that was cool because, like, you know my stance on it. I think, I think Charizard gets too much love and Blastoise doesn't get enough. So that was really fun to watch. Especially, as a kid, I had to suffer through watching Charizard beat Gary's Blastoise. And I was like, oh.
Darn your ground type moves.
He was so strong if you got him with one Hydro.
Imagine how I felt as a stupid Venusaur fan. I was just over here like...
Yeah, Venusaur wasn't even part of it. He was just like...
Exactly. Like, what's he doing? His best.
He's doing his best. That's what he's doing.
It's like they had that emotional Bulbasaur episode, and that was all I got.
Yeah.
Where they're all singing, and you're like, oh, just a love already. So, I just think that, like, I don't know what it is. A lot of people are still hung up on, like, 151, and I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, there's, like, over 1,000 Pokemon. There's always 1,000 Pokemon out there, and there's so many more to love. And so, like, it was funny. I found there's a person online who does these cute little, like, couples, like, they make, like, two of the trainers. They give you like pixel trainers and you pick your top three. So it's your team combined with your partner. And I thought that was super cute. And I showed it to Brian. He was like, oh, and I was like, what would your three be? He's like, oh God. And I'm like, oh God.
That's a good question.
So of course Scolipede had to be in mine.
Right.
And Brian went after like Pokemon from like 100, like 150, the original 150. And I'm over here just like,
Scolipede.
Shit. Maybe this one. I'm a Poison fan, so I always enjoy the underdogs of Pokemon.
You want nothing but a good time.
I do love, what was it, Toxtricity?
Do you get that reference?
Sword and Shield. Toxtricity.
Do you get that reference?
Toxicity.
No, what I just said.
Oh, what?
I said, you said I'm a Poison fan, and I said, so you want nothing but a good time.
Oh, stop it. Yes.
How can I resist? Don't want nothing but a good... I told you sung that wrong. Anyway, so your three would be Scolipede, Toxicity and who?
I wouldn't know. It's so hard because I love Toxtricity, but I like having two of them because there's two forms of it.
The bass and the guitar.
I love them so much, but I can't choose just one. So part of me was like,
so have them both on each side and have Scolipede in the middle.
Scolipede in the middle. Yeah, I thought about it, but I was like, that seems so. I don't know. And so I have to go through all the Pokemon that I really enjoy and be able to choose because I don't want to have a starter in there.
Right.
I really don't. Everybody's like, I would choose like Charmander, and over here like. Choose a different one.
See, that's the thing. Is like Squirtle is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon, but like I don't think I would put him in there. Because to me, it would represent the end game of my team. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Gourgeist would be in my team.
What the fuck is Gourgeist?
Gourgeist is the evolution of Pumpkaboo. I think Pumpkaboo is one of the cutest Pokemon. It is literally just a pumpkin. And what was made it so cute was that they did have different sizes in the game. So you could get like a small pumpkin, a medium-sized pumpkin, or a large pumpkin. And the sizes mattered based on like what kind of move you gave it. Like how heavy the pumpkin was.
That's adorable.
And I was like, I adore this Pokemon so much. I would love to cosplay like a Gajinka of Gourgeist. I love Gourgeist. So I was like, I gotta have a plant boy in there.
Right.
Gotta have my Scolipede, and I wouldn't know what my third one is.
See, I would go obviously Blastoise, number one. I think two. I actually what?
You're just a turtle team.
Well, you're gonna laugh because my number two. Well, actually, before I reveal my third, my number two would be Dreadnought, which is the tortoise from Pokemon Sword. Because he was
turtle. Got it.
And then the third would actually be Golem, who is technically kind of a turtle.
He is not a turtle.
How is he not a turtle?
He's not a turtle, right? Or is he?
Well, he's not. I mean, he quacks like a duck. You know, like what about him? He's a reptile, and he has a very hard encasing. So
I didn't even really think. I thought his face was a reptile, but the rest of him was just rock.
No, the rest of him is all reptile. That's what's weird. There is a theory. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was on one of the Did You Know Gamings. That's it says that like he was actually part of a different evolutionary line, and then because if you look at it, it's a rock guy, and then it's a lizard in a rock. So it's sort of like it's actually kind of a weird evolution.
Lizard in a rock.
It's a lizard like encased in a rock. It's like when they make the argument that Magikarp was supposed to evolve into Dragonite, and then Dragonair was supposed to evolve into Gyarados because they have
it's one of those weird evolutions.
But it's also not true because it's they talk about how like Magikarp is based on like a legend about like a koi going over a waterfall and becoming a dragon. So
that's cute. Except now we just beat the crap out of it and hope it evolves.
Yeah, that's what we do.
It's like
we hope it has Hyper Beam, but it doesn't.
Why don't you do what you need to do?
Oh man. Well, I mean, maybe next week we can start doing tier list and we can go more in depth because I don't want to waste more of next week's material or the week after, depending on when people are ready. But Amanda, thanks for joining me and thanks for making me feel not so alone since my other two friends abandoned me and abandoned the show.
I'm always here.
But I'm gonna try to keep it going.
Good. Do.
And I would like to say that it is 7/26. Tomorrow is Brian's birthday. Who was on one of our episodes. He was on he was on a couple. He was on the Pico Park.
He did the anime one for us too.
He did the anime tier list, and he was in the Pico Park one. So
yeah.
So happy birthday, Brian. Brian. All right, guys. Maybe see you next week. Maybe the week after that. But we're still alive, and we love you all.
Love you.
Bye.